In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear emergency brake cable on this Chevy Silverado. This will be along the driver's side rear of your vehicle, leading behind your rear wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Safely make your way into the rear of the vehicle. When you're in this area, you can see your left rear emergency brake cable leading all the way up behind those rear brakes. To be able to dislodge this, we're going to follow the cable all the way to its forward mounting point where it leads to the intermediate cable. Now we're following our left rear emergency brake cable, that's the lower cable here, makes its way through that bracket and all the way over towards the intermediate cable. We're going to have to dislodge the cable from this bracket. Looking in the center area here, where the intermediate cable comes through, you're going to find a 13mm mounting nut. Let's go ahead and fully remove that mounting nut, a quick inspection of the area, and we'll continue on. Just going to use some pliers to hold the cable still for me. We'll just give that hardware a quick inspection. We are reusing it. Should be able to remove that intermediate cable. Inspect the threaded area, confirm that's still reusable. Now we can remove the bracket. You can either remove it from both lines or just one. We really only need to remove it from the lower one, which is the one we're replacing. Now we're going to start removing the cable sheathing from this bracket. As far as that cable sheathing, the plastic area should have two locking ears. We want to try to squeeze those two together and you should be able to push this straight out and away. Since you're replacing this cable, you can also just hit it with a hammer to remove it if necessary. For this, I have a cable removal tool. You can try using some pliers. Slide that out of there. Let's continue following this rearward. With the cable separated from there, as you continue following it rearward, you're going to find that it makes its way through a couple of metal hoops here. We're going to pause on those. We will be removing the cable from them, but let's continue on underneath the rear differential tubing. Now in this area, we can see that we have a 13mm headed mounting bolt holding the bracket for that parking brake cable in place. We can remove that mounting bolt. Now that we have the bolt out of there, we can start taking hold of this to separate it. One thing that I did notice is on this vehicle, it does have the bracket for our rear brake line, but it looks as though somebody's already replaced the brake line and they did not use that bracket. So on ours, this can be removed and disposed of. On yours, it should typically be removed from this area and a quick inspection. Now we can take hold of this and start removing it. We're going to pull the entire cable straight rearward, removing it from its mounting points up along the front there. You can see one of those brackets here, the other one's right there. Now that we have the cable hanging, we're up behind where the brakes are located. The cable goes into this bracket and it has a spring which leads up to where the actuator is. This applies pressure. We need to dislodge the cable from the bracket. As far as the cable sheathing itself, it does have a couple locking ears that we need to carefully squeeze in, and we should be able to pull this out rearward and slide it out and away towards the center of the vehicle through this small slot right along here. For this, we want to have an emergency brake removal tool. It looks like this. Of course, since you are replacing the cable, you could just cut the cable and then use a hammer and pry bar and just pull it out of place if you wanted as well. To get my removal tool in place, I'm going to have to push this spring out of my way, so I'm just using a small prying device for this. Now I'm going to slide that tool all the way down up against the bracket. That should be pushing in on my locking ears, and we should be able to pull this out of place. As you can tell, that slid out fairly easily. There's one of our locking ears, and if I was to give this a spin, you can see the second right along there. Now I'm going to slide this through this small slot right here. We can remove our tool. Now we're at the very last step for the removal process, and that's going to be taking the cable off of the emergency brake actuator. For that, we're just going to pivot the cable as necessary and slide it off of the hooked area. There it is, friend. With that out of place, let's just have a quick inspection of the mounting areas. We'll start behind the brakes. We have the lever for our parking brake. Double check, make sure it's not rotted, weak, or damaged. The boot here should be in good usable order. It's not damaged as well. And then we also just have that bracket for the cable to slide into. Now we can install our brand new parking brake cable. We're going to take this, we'll start with the very end and slide it in and over that hooked area. Now we also have our spring that's going to go in between that hooked area and our bracket here, so we'll just go ahead and start pressing that up and in between. Once we've done so, we're going to take the cable and slide it straight through this groove here and lock it in. We'll start getting this in position. Now, since we do have the rubber boot that makes its way through this area, we want to try to have this as close as possible. So I'm just going to gently start stretching this. We'll slide it through that slot, being extremely careful not to damage our protective boot. Should slide right on through. Okay. Now we want to try to slide that boot up and through there as far as possible, and we'll continue on pressing the cable in as well. After an audible click, we're going to give this a little tug, trying to remove it. It should not slide out of place. Now we're bringing the cable straight on through each one of those brackets leading towards the front here. Once we have it through those, we're just going to pause, and we'll continue with our one mounting bracket along that rear differential tubing. Let's get this bracket in place. As I mentioned during the removal process, there should be a bracket in this area that also holds the brake line. You would want to make sure you have that aligned as well. Our brake line was not attached to that bracket, and the bracket was in poor condition, so it is just removed. We'll just start in that 13mm mounting bolt by hand and snug it up. Right there is bottomed out. Just take it a tiny bit further here. Double check to make sure it's completely tightened and the cable's not kinked in any way. We're making our way all the way up to the front mounting point for our cable. It has to make its way through this bracket, and it's going to get latched in, and then we'll continue on in this area. We're pressing this through till we can hear an audible click from all of the locks. A quick wiggle, it should be able to move around, but definitely not fall out of place. After double checking to make sure that's secured, let's get this into place on the bracket that's attached to that intermediate cable. We'll just go ahead and slide that right on through. Continuing on, it's time for the intermediate cable. We're going to slide that through the center port and start on our mounting nut. Now you may have to tug on the forward cable. We're applying rearward pressure here so we can start on that mounting nut. Now after you have the mounting nut started on there, the next thing you have to do is properly adjust the rear parking brake shoes that are located behind your rear brakes. After you have both sides of the vehicle properly adjusted, we can make our way back here to the final adjustment point, which is this 13mm mounting nut. Now generally for the starting adjustment, you want to make sure that your cables are taut, but not necessarily pulling on the rear emergency brake levers there. We need to go ahead and test the functionality of the emergency brake. If your emergency brake does not hold, make your way back here and continue tightening. If you find that the emergency brake is stuck in the on position, more than likely this is over tightened, in which case you'd want to loosen it to the point that the emergency brake holds and releases as it should. Okay friend, we finished our installation and tested the functionality during the adjustment process. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.